It's been a crazy one so far with so many teams joining.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to see though. I think for next season we're probably gonna have to do some play-ins for maybe in the Pro League. But for now, that is not what is important. We have starting us off with a Blitzcrank ban.
Definitely an interesting ban so far. Not used to seeing that one, but of course we are one game late here after some miscommunication, so we apologize to everybody for that. So we are one game already into this series too. So, and that was Team Rawr. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce with the exclamation point first, but they took game one. So.
And Ghost Warriors responding with the Lulu, or excuse me, not the Lulu band, the Zed band coming out, and a Yasuo band coming up against Rammus Mechanics. Apparently he doesn't know how to taunt, or not only knows how to taunt, but he is very good at assassinating targets who are maybe a little bit mispositioned, Geo.
Yeah, more mechanics than just pressing E.
Sharpening my feathers.
So, little deceiving there, right?
A little bit. Rawr taking off the Xayah pick as well. Don't really want to go up against the Blade Caller. Can't blame him. That damage on that ability is deceptively high. The Janna ban in response. Neither Chajiru or Itchy Dog going to be getting their hands on that pick, and they respond with the first pick, Jarvan.
Twitch and Sejuani, very strong picks there for Ghost Warriors.
I'm actually surprised that the Sejuani pick made it through the first pick. Putting a lot of Team Rawr putting a lot of priority on this Jarvan, thinking that that is the necessary component for their first round draft pick. What do you think about letting the Sejuani through?
Not a huge fan of that. I mean, Sejuani is very strong. I mean, then again, I mean, we're not entirely sure. Gandhi Donut might be comfortable playing Sejuani, but either way, I mean, they respond with a Gragas and Jarvan, very strong picks anyways. I mean, they picked the Jarvan first, of course, but...
Yeah, and with the Gragas lock-in, you've pretty much cemented the fact that you have Gragas top or Jarvan top. There's really not going to be any threat of a flex pick, and I mean they could go either top or jungle. They could rotate there, but you know what you're getting out of those two lanes with that Gragas lock. And then the Taric bringing up the third pick for Rawr in this rotation.
I like that pick actually. Whenever you see the Sejuani and the Twitch, I mean, if you get the Taric ult off, I mean that can really swing things very quickly right back in your favor once Ghost Warriors look to engage that.
They respond with the Nami. Itchy Dog Water, living true to his name, wants to swim in the water. Doesn't actually want to be itchy though, so he chooses to play a fish and not the Kog'Maw in the bot lane. Bringing out this Nami pick, I like it. I like the fact that they're looking to get the Ardent support in order to get Twitch rolling. Twitch is a very strong AD carry with the Ardent sensor meta that we are currently experiencing, and they ban out Twisted Fate from Rammus Mechanics.
Yeah, a lot of bans are focused on Rammus Mechanics. I mean, aside from the Janna pick, or the Janna ban, which just really prevents them from trying to insulate their AD carry. I mean, we'll see if this fifth ban... Oh, Kog'Maw ban, okay. Probably the right choice, in my opinion, there. I think you pinched the mid pool enough. You don't want to deal with Kog'Maw.
Yeah, and they've with the Kog'Maw ban, they've killed off the big three, which are Twitch, Kog'Maw, and Xayah. Now, I mean, like less prioritized AD carries are obviously more available, or obviously still available. Things like the Jinx, like the Varus, maybe the Ashe. But the big three that have been played at Worlds thus far are now off the table or have been taken by the side of Ghost Warrior. We'll see what they take as their fourth pick here. Snickers going absolutely down to the wire, locks in the Gnar for the top lane, choosing to save their mid pick for the counter pick. Doki's White Sun showing no fear, insta-locking the Vayne.
That is, I think, very interesting to see. I mean, just given the team comp, I mean, Vayne is strong, but I maybe would have preferred somebody else, but that's also just me.
Yeah, and they finalized their composition with a Fizz, looking to have Fizz probably go into the back lines with that Taric ulti to wreak havoc hopefully the Terra ulti is able to be on point long enough so that Fizz is able to get a second rotation of his spells in conjunction maybe with an Hourglass or some other ability that will give him the resistance and the sustain he needs in order to continue to wreak havoc on the backline of Ghost Warriors. The response to the Fizz is the Xerath, looking to be the artillery that the Ghost Warriors need to sit in the backlines and hopefully rain down death from above.
Yeah, I mean, Xerath is a strong pick, but at the same time, I mean, you have a Fizz on the other side. I mean, yeah, there we go. It switches over there to Rammus Mechanics. I'm not sure I like that matchup, but whenever it comes to team fighting later, I like the Xerath pick. And I think they can insulate him enough, and then, you know, sort of maybe buy time and let Twitch almost go for a flank. So, I mean, I like that team composition on Ghost Warriors.
I like Ghost Warriors composition too because it seems like they have a really established identity of what they want to do. You have Sejuani looking to initiate with the Glacial Prison, and then you have Nar looking to be the secondary engage. Meanwhile, you have Nami and the Twitch in the mid line looking to peel off any damage that is going to be coming towards the Xerath, who I believe Xerath is going to be pumping out a lot of the damage from this game. I'm putting a lot of my hopes into the big boom basket. Meanwhile, in the opposite side, on the side of Rawr, it seems like they've drafted a comp that seems a little more skirmish focused, and the fact that they have Jarvan and they have Taric, so they're going to be looking to try and take fights around that Taric ulti, play off the fact that they have invulnerability for 2.5 seconds, and also off of the mispositioning that may occur between the Xerath and the Twitch with this Fizz pick. If Rammus Mechanics is able to play this Fizz pick and be the big threat that Fizz can be, it could be a huge game in favor of Rawr.
Yeah, I like both sides of this. I mean, Rawr they have that ability to sort of go with like an outplay potential, whereas Ghost Warriors is very straightforward. Hey, we're here to team fight, and we're gonna try and beat you that way. And I mean, we're a little biased as team fighting style players, but I think this should be a pretty interesting game.
Yeah, I think from a team fighting aspect, I think what you want is, like, as a caster, I like to see two team fighting teams come together in an all-out slugfest. I think those are the most entertaining games to watch. Skirmishing comps are definitely a legitimate way to play the game. However, in my opinion, they're not as much fun to cast as they're constantly looking for picks, and one or two picks here and there, like, you can see it coming from the spectator delay, but whenever the players are in game, obviously they don't have all of the knowledge that we have whenever we have true vision of the entire map. But we'll see how Ghost Warriors is able to play this. If you are choosing to pick a team that is overall going to win this game, who do you pick?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, there's plenty to like on both sides of this. I mean, obviously Vayne, if we're talking just outright how the champions work, Vayne better than Twitch in my opinion. I mean, you know, on an individual basis, but Twitch has that team fighting ability to really carry those team fights. And Team Ghost Warriors does have a team really built for getting those good team fights. I mean, that Sejuani ult is going to be huge. I mean, when Nar goes in and Nar's out, I mean, it's a really scary team comp to go against. So,
I agree.
With that said,
have
though,
a lot
on the other side here, though, Rawr has very good ability to pick people off individually. I mean, like I said, I like the Vayne individually better. And Fizz can be pretty scary if he gets a couple kills and gets some gold and is able to sort of just pick out the carries before fights even start.
Mm-hmm. I think in terms of the scaling, it's almost unanimous in the fact that Ghost Warriors scale harder than their opponents in every lane. I think up until about the 35-minute mark, Rawr is burdened with the task of getting ahead and getting their assassins going between the Vayne and the Fizz. I don't know if I classify Vayne as an assassin. Twitch I'd say is an assassin, but I don't know if I'd classify Vayne.
It depends.
Sure, my boy,
you could play them both ways in a way.
Yeah, and I haven't seen either of these two teams play for the most part. Like you said, it'll depend on how Vayne chooses to play. If he chooses to play with his team, it would be obviously more of a sustained damage, whereas if he chooses to go off on his own, maybe run a pick composition kind of thing, then obviously playing a little bit more assassin-like, but we'll see how these teams choose to play as we load into Game 2 of Rawr versus Ghost Warriors. It's not Ghost Warriors, what is it? Ghost
Warriors, yeah. You're correct.
Ghost Warriors, wow, okay. It's starting already, and
Got
I don't
a
even
little
have
bit of a delay here. It seems to be stuck on the load in here on the fountain.
Wait, you're loaded into the fountain already? Oh, okay, I just got into the fountain.
There we go.
And so far, let me load up items here. Doesn't look like there's anything out of the Actually, there is something out of the ordinary in the fact that Vayne isn't starting with this not Doran shield. The relic shield start that so many AD carries are starting with now. It's incredibly strong because of the fact that you can upgrade it for 300 or 500 gold, excuse me, and get a free 400 point shield once you hit level 9 Geo.
Yeah, that's definitely been an not to interrupt that, but we have a little bit of a delay getting in here by the looks of it. Tarek has not bought items yet.
30 seconds until minute.
He also hasn't moved yet. Yeah, I'm assuming a pause is going to come out sooner or later. Oh, there are the items. Must have just run to the bathroom or something. Oh, Itchy Water, scratching his back along these trees, trying his hardest. He is incredibly itchy right now. The rest of the team coming to assist, and they get it. This Mastery's, oh, of course, she is itchy again.
Oh, we got the emotes coming out now.
And they are trying their hardest to help their friend out. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to be working as she's continuing to scratch. I don't know how to help Itchy Water. I feel so bad as a caster, Gio.
Yeah, and not to devalue what's going on right now, of course, with just a very safe defensive start. Now invades, everybody's sort of watching. But of course, nothing is more important than what just happened right there with those emotes and those masteries.
Yeah, and that's
we're
something
looking at
that
a highlight here of the week already.
That's something we need to highlight is the idea of emote spam coming out of these two teams. Riot recently released their emote spam response to the toxicity that is question mark pings by your teammates. Now you can ping thumbs up whenever they make bad plays. So definitely wanting up. Are showing up big with these emotes from the Riot team. Vayne and Tarek getting to lane first, getting a slow push on the lane, probably going to be getting that level 2 first and looking to make that power play.
Looks like a little bit of trade. Ooh, we got the stun already coming down.
Itchy Dog Water drops to about 200 health, is forced to pop that potion. Will does not actually have access to the ebb and flow yet. I lied, she does have ebb and flow, there it is used. And she will be able to heal off just fine because she does have that coin. She is able to regain almost all of the mana that she has lost in the exchange thus far. Twitch and Nami hit the level 2, start to push up, but Vayne and Tarek also hit the level 2. You hear the drop of the shadows as the pact is made and the silver bolts are leveled up. That's enough to warrant Twitch and Nami backing off.
I think it'll be interesting to watch here as we get through some of the earlier parts of laning phase. Some of the jungle routes, and I mean both junglers started on the bottom side of their jungles. Gragas is just finally getting up to his blue side, with Sejuani already clearing the Scuttle Crab. The question is Yamaya going to get some help here?
Oh, we have a stun landing on Itchy Dog Water. He has 2 procs of the Silver Bolt, gets out with the Ebb and Flow. They're still trading blows. This poison is stacking. The Expunge comes out, drops him to about 150 health. Vayne does not elect to use the pot yet, is hoping that the Tarek sustain is able to be used. And interestingly, mid lane, this Fizz is out farming the Xerath with the range. Maybe Xerath afraid of the assassins coming out of the Rammus mechanics. More trading going on bot lane as the stun does land on Itchy Dog Water. They are focusing on her so hard, it's ignoring the expunge damage that's going to come out. Chajiru takes about a quarter of her health from that expunge, and both supports are left limping away from that fight.
Yeah, and meanwhile, whenever that first initiation went on, we had a gank top lane where Sprinkle came up and sort of forced the flash of Doki's Asian son.
Oh yeah, Matt, you're streaming the client. You aren't actually streaming the game.
Oh my. This has been fun, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
We are professionals here.
Okay, I just want to point out that last night I might have mispronounced some names. We all make mistakes here. We are all human, except for Santa Cruz. He is a demigod amongst us. We all strive to be like the band director himself. If you want, you can catch him on Phoenix League 1. Not trying to turn away viewers, but if they are friendly viewers, that is what we're looking for. Top lane, there is a little bit of poking going down. Jarvan has amassed an 11 CS lead as the wave is crashing into Nar's tower here.
Yes, again, my apologies, everybody. I am not paid enough for this position.
Sejuani looking to... Never mind. The pings go out and they are staved off. The belly slam flash is available. The barrier comes out. It's flashed away. Big Boom lands the stun, but it is not enough. He is ignited and taken down first blood in favor of Rammus Mechanics as Big Boom is sent back to the base for an early buy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Big Boom used his summoner spells, and I sort of feel like you have to try to do that. At least try and force them to use theirs. I mean, Gandhi Donut had to use his flash in order to help get that damage down. Otherwise, the Ignite would not have killed Big Boom.
In bot lane, we have what was strong trades in favor of Team Rawr, now favoring Ghost Warriors as Gandhi is looking to get some pokes on Callaway. The driver in this bot lane is looking to try and make some plays. She drives away with that Sejuani Q and is looking to go back into her own jungle as Gandhi and Chajiru trying to make a play bot lane. The bubble lands onto this Taric and Ambush is used to get away. They have vision of Gandhi backing, so they know that's not going to be a threat.
Yeah, there's a little bit of some early pressure here by Sprinkle, aggressively, asserting some dominance here, going, was top lane already, showing bottom lane, getting into the bottom side jungle, but of course Gandhi Donut was part of the first blood and is helping to get Rammus Mechanics ahead, so...
And mid lane we have the tower, the flash and the carrot is thrown and Rammus Mechanics picks up an easy solo kill against Big Boom. Now 2-0 on this Fizz, 20 CS up, only going to be growing, and this is spelling out danger for the side of Ghost Warriors.
Yeah, definitely a very aggressive play there by Rammus Mechanics, but I mean that's sort of what you can do if you know the limits of your champion against the matchup you have. I mean, definitely was a very bold play to go in full health and just go right for it.
Yeah, it seems like Rammus Mechanics is going to be a huge assassin player in this tournament as he drew out the Yasuo and the Zed bans and is now picking up the Fizz. I would assume if Fizz gets banned as well, he would play something like an Akali, but showing a strong presence on these assassin picks as Callaway looking to take away his Raptors and push into maybe a top lane gank here as Jarvan is slightly overextended.
Yeah, it's sort of been that way. Doki's Agent Sun has had the lane tilted against the red side here, against Ghost Warriors.
Oh, stun lands onto Twitch as they push Snickers into the tower. The stun lands against Snickers, puts him into the wall. The Milky Ways are not flowing as strong as they would like. Callaway is trying to take this red buff as the flag and drag comes down. The Cataclysm is launched and a volcano explodes in front of the Brambleback, dropping Sejuani 15 seconds to respawn as Rawr are off to a 3-0 lead into this game too.
Definitely a heads-up play there. Doki's Asian Sun recognizing the fact that, hey, red buff is going to be spawning soon, I got my wave pushed in, let me just go and see what I can do, and definitely taking advantage of Spring.
Stun lands onto Snickers, he's taken a low again. The ultimate is called by Taric. They are immune. The teleport from Yamiya is coming down. It is cancelled by the Flag and Drag. Asian Sun with a huge heads-up display there, but may now be caught out with Yamiya's now exhausted. In mid lane we have another fight. Big Boom gets ignited. It drops again to Rammus Mechanics. He is now 0-3-0 on this Xerath, and not showing up very big. The Glacial Prison is thrown top lane as Asian Sun is caught out here. Callaway tried to pick up the pieces for his team as Yamiya is taken down by the explosive cast. The Flag and Drag now calls out Callaway as he's on the wrong side of the battle, and Gandhi drops him for a double kill.
What a sequence of events there. Yeah, Maya's teleport cancelled by the aggressive flag and drag by Doki's Asian son. I mean, that pretty much helped save Doki's white son. I assume his brother there, and also Chajuru. I'm never gonna pronounce this right. I'm so sorry. But a lot of action going on here for Rawr. Ghost Warriors, though, just trying to stop the bleeding at this point.
Yeah, Rawr has definitely put their foot on the throttle and has not let up since this game started. Now 6-0 by the 10-minute mark. They are 5K up at 5 minutes. That is absolutely absurd.
I mean, look at the gold differential right now between Doki's Asian son and Yamaya right now. That is a 2,000 gold difference just in top lane. I mean, it's not to point out one particular fault, but that is a massive lead whenever you're in a solo lane like that. I mean, you also go, you know, to mid lane with Rammus Mechanics and Big Boom, and it's not as big, but I expect Rammus Mechanics to just keep going in every single time.
The waters are chummed, and Big Boom drops here to the poison as he tries to dive through the minion to ensure the last auto attack doesn't actually need it. And Big Boom, now 0-4-0, picks up the Lost Chapter and buys Merc Treads in an effort to slow down the Rammus Mechanics' fizz. Unfortunately, it's probably too little too late at this point, as Callaway is trying to mop up the experience from these minions. Oh my gosh, an empowered W. The Cataclysms drop bot lane as both flash out of the Cataclysm and are left limping away. Snickers trying to get away. Asian Sun is looking to push them off of the tower. The Flag and Drag goes wide onto Twitch, but lands on the itchy Tumwater, and they are trying their hardest to defend this tower. White Sun goes in, procs the second of her, I can't think of what that ability is called, Silver Bolt, and now Itchy Dogwater is on the wrong side of the map as the second kill of the fight is claimed in favor of this Jarvan. Jarvan now making plays all over the map as Yamiya shows up bot lane. The Taric ulti is summoned, and Callaway goes in trying to make a play here. Yamiya, wow, the emphasis on the Yamaya, the emphasis on the wrong syllable here. The Xerath trying to make plays here with his Q and with his E, unfortunately not able to land any meaningful damage, and both parties agreeing to back off here. Gandhi looking to try and get a flag for Team Rawr. Callaway smells it out and is looking to chase him out. The rest of Rawr have backed, and we are looking to reset.
Yeah, I thought that was almost a little bit of a too aggressive play there by Rawr, but they managed to prove me wrong. Of course, I didn't say anything, but I mean, they went aggressive in there, and none of them died. I mean, they were able to make the best of that and get a lot of free kills there without anybody, you know, dying to them. I mean, I'm really surprised.
And that's just a testament to how far they're ahead right now, Gio. I mean, they're still the lead has grown to about 6K by this point. Team Rawr, again, the accelerator has been pushed to the absolute max. They're in 5th gear at the 12-minute mark. The Chum the Waters lands on a Big Boom. There is the Playful Trickster, and the auto attacks plus the Ignite is enough to drop this Xerath. Now 0-5-0 in the mid lane. Fizz up 40 CS against this Xerath. There is nothing that Xerath can do at this point. He is a literal sitting duck.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I mean, I think one of the things I'm looking at right now, though, just where Big Boom is at, I really like the Merc Treads pickup, but one thing that I don't like is, I mean, I know you need the Lost Chapter and everything, but as Xerath, you might be able to get by, and you might be able to at least survive if you maybe pick up a, at least an extra Null Magic Mantle, or even getting an Aegistron Cloak. I mean, at a certain point, it doesn't matter how much damage.
Over the red fight?
Nothing there out of Doki's Asian son. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like, even though you have a couple...
that, Doki's Asian son caught out a little bit here. Yamaya is trying her hardest to get the procs that does, and the first kill of the game in favor of Team Ghost Warriors is claimed onto the Xerath. Hopefully that is enough to get him rolling. Going back to what you were saying earlier, though, I think a Banshee's Veil is probably what he needs, as he can cleanse the Chum the Waters and get him out alive. However, he's starving for gold at this point. You might as well call him a support because he has absolutely no income coming in. Unfortunate for the mid laner for Team Ghost Warriors, as the bot lane of Ghost Warriors is continuing to get shoved in by this Vayne Taric combo, now 30 CS ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little surprising. I mean, Vayne normally has that weaker laning phase, but it seems like Shajiru is really pushing that the pressure in lane, the driving force in lane right now.
Rammus Mechanics in the bush here, waiting for Snickers to make two steps forward. Chajiru looking for that stun. The ambush from Snickers comes out. It's going to be too little, too late. The tidal wave is used, and Itchy Dogwater is able to get away. They do not have access to Chum the Waters, actually, as they are looking to push this wave into the tower and hopefully claim tower number 3 in favor of Team Rawr.
So, I mean, one thing I wanted to look at with Rammus Mechanics coming down there like that, I quickly toggled over here to Ghost Warriors' vision, and I mean, they have a good bit of vision, except for right around that vital area of the lane.
Oh, stun goes wide onto Rammus Mechanics.
And they're going to get this tower for free at this point. That is already the 3rd tower taken, and honestly, I don't think...
Oh, Chum the Waters goes down, lands on a big boom, the stun is there, and he is destroyed by this Rammus Mechanics Fizz. And unfortunately, top lane, the Rift Herald has been summoned. They are going to be able to get this tower too. Well, and he gets the explosive cast onto Twitch. Twitch is now blown apart under his own tower by the likes of Doki's Asian Sun on this Jarvan pick, as Gandhi is able to take out the pink ward coverage that is in the jungle of Ghost Warriors, and no real team fighting coming out of this team fighting composition yet. Callaway is now caught out. The Silverbolt's proc stacking up now, as the bubble does land onto Taric. No meaningful damage coming out though, and Yamaya is trying their hardest to block out the damage that is coming top lane, as the Arcado Pulse is summoned from Big Boom. That's not Arcado Pulse, that is Right of the Arcade, my fault. And no more pushing will be had in the top lane for the side of Rawr, as Team Ghost Warriors is left to pick up the pieces of their towers.
Yeah, Rawr now looking to finally reset here. I assume Asian Sun here will look to back here pretty soon. I mean, very one-sided, to be quite honest. I mean, with an inner tower already gone top lane, outer tower is gone in the other lanes, and I don't think they've damaged the other towers here, Rawr's towers.
So, I don't think so. I think at this point, other than that one kill, Rawr is looking to have the perfect game here against Ghost Warriors. It just seemed like they're outplaying on every single stage of the map. Not to say that Ghost Warriors is completely out of this game, but it would take one hell of a misplay from Rawr to come back from this. Actually, a couple misplays, as this is the first. Rammus is a little bit caught out here as the bubble does land. Twitch is able to open up. The Ignite comes down. Who gets it? Twitch does get it. That may actually be the kill that Twitch needs to get off and start rolling as he ambushes back. And
honestly, I'm excited for Ghost Warriors to get that. I mean, that's... Sometimes it only just takes one. And given where Snickers is at in this game right now, I think Snickers is in a good position still to actually help bridge the gap and help get his team to team fighting. And that's honestly, if there was a team comp right now out of these two teams to try and come back from this, it would be Ghost Warriors with their team fighting base composition.
Yeah, if they can stop the bleeding by getting caught out, then they can hopefully slow the game and fight the game on their terms. Unfortunately, Callaway has not had access to his own jungle, and the bubble does land onto Asian Sun. They stack the CC. Unfortunately, Yamaya is there to hopefully get some stacks of the Hyper. They are going to get out, though. With this lie, the flash must be burned by Chajiru, and they are looking to try and get this dragon, as Gandhi Donut has dropped to about half from the damage from the dragon. The Glacial Prison does land onto Vayne, as the bubble is stacked as well. Great CC chain coming out of Ghost Warriors as Itchy Dogwater is dropped, and now unable to go full Gnar. The Gnar does fall, and so does Big Boom's Xerath, as a 3-for-none and Dragon fall to Team Rawr, as Fizz is now on the hunt for Snickers under tower. Gets the last auto attack. The barrier has to be burned. The Flag and Dragon does not hit, but it gets in position for the final auto kill to claim the life of Snickers.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had a little bit of a freezing issue here on our end as that glacial prison was coming out, but hopefully we'll be able to revisit that.
Oh, Callaway might be caught out here as they are diving her under tower. She does fall to Doki's Asian Sun as they are now taking the first inhib tower of the game before 20 minutes. The Rite of the Arcane is summoned, and Fizz is moderately low, but Yamaya is trying to go Meganar in order to use her ultimate get out. The Taric stun does land, the bubble does land on Asian Sun. There is no damage to follow up though, as Twitch is trying his hardest to gun down Donut. He does actually do it. Rammus is now on the wrong side of the map. The heal from Taric comes up, saves the life of him as Expunge likely would have killed him. Red buff is burning on Asian Sun as the base of Ghost Warriors is now swarming with these minions. Chaji Drew trying to get the stun onto Yamaya. Yamaya has gone Mega at this point. They are trying to fight as they know that Doki's Asian Sun has backed. However, he does have teleport, will be coming in soon. The Gnar comes out on Chaji Drew, and Veda's just left to kite like a monster. Chaji Drew dropping to about 300 health. Big Boom gets destroyed by the Cataclysm, as now Twitch is caught out on the wrong side of the fight. Snickers drops, and they are chasing the Sejuani into the base. Only Sejuani and Itchy Dogwater left to try and defend this base. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll happen, as Doki's White Sun now tried to go aggro onto Sejuani. Sejuani does defend the base, and they decide to back off.
What an extended fight there, so please take a break, get some air. That was a very long extended fight across the board there, with Rawr just sort of keep putting their pedal to the metal there with just constantly going there. They could have easily reset, disengaged at any time, I think, and yet they just continued to go for it. Rammus
I can't do it. I need I can't.
Rammus Mechanics is going in anyways. Callaway Sprinkle is ignited and will fall to Rammus Mechanics.
Thank you. I need a break.
Oh, please get some water. You need a break after that exchange. I'll try to pick up here. Well, we can change.
I think I'm okay now. Rammus Mechanics going in again, uses the Playful Trickster. Big Boom is out of range, however, and Rammus Mechanics dropping to about half health from the exchange from Callaway is trying to exert pressure on the mid lane so the rest of his team can get some Baron vision.
And meanwhile, in their base, we have a lot of enemies missing pings going down there. It looks like Doki's Asian Sun using a very aggressive teleport, if that's what we would like to call it.
I didn't even see where did the teleport go?
The mid-outer tower.
Oh, okay. Okay, interesting, as they're essentially getting this tower for free. Snickers is ambush, and the explosive cast throws him away. The Flag and Drag does hit him. He is now destroyed, almost single-handedly by the Cataclysm. Doki's White Sun is looking to run down Big Boom, who uses the barrier to try and save himself, but the silver bolts are too much. Yamaya is dropped by Jarvan. Callaway Sprinkle is trying to get to the base. This Itchy Dog has but given up at this point. It's just sitting in the base. Doesn't seem to actually be moving. I lied, he is moving now. The minions are hitting the Nexus towers as they dive onto Callaway Sprinkle. The bubble goes wide, and Asian Sun is just taking this tower because he can. They have that much of a lead. They are going for the complete base destruction at this point, getting all three inhibitors, and this is game 2 going in favor of Team Rawr.
Of course, it's not over quite yet. The Nexus still lives for now. And that will be all she wrote. I think if honestly, I'm just trying to figure out, Ben, if I'm Ghost Warriors, where did this one go wrong?
Honestly, if I'm being like as fair as I can be, it just seemed like Rammus Mechanics had Big Boom's number from the beginning. I don't think that the Xerath pick into an assassin like Fizz was a great pick, and then Rammus Mechanics getting ahead because of the early gang from Gandhi, showing up big on the Fizz, getting him rolling, and unfortunately the itemization from Big Boom's Xerath not highlighting the fact that Fizz was as big as he was. Like I said, I think a Banshee's Veil to block the Chum the Waters would have been more beneficial than the Morellonomicon, because it is hard to cast spells while you are dead. Other than that, though, I think Snickers, if they would have maybe focused on getting him more ahead than they did, that might have been more beneficial. But honestly, it just seemed like everybody on Team Rawr had the numbers of their opponents, and there was really nothing that Ghost Warriors could do.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the thing is, this kind of win for Rawr. I mean, that's kind of a win that still feels nice. But on the side of Ghost Warriors, I mean, there's still stuff you can take out of this. I mean, it's hard to take things out of this. I understand that, and you know, it's hard to not. Get a little bit tilted even, but I think there's still some good to take out of this. I mean, things still, it's one of those things, it's a slippery slope, and the snowball just sort of went. So we'll take a look at some of the stats, and we'll get ready to get some of our post-game interviews going here. So just looking at some of the stats here.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Just looking at what jumps out to you. Not sure exactly. Things went a little bit as expected, I think, damage charts with how this game flowed. Are you happening to take a look at any of this?
Yeah, I think the interesting thing to note here is Nami dealing more damage than Tarek. Support mains, we got to look out for the diamond in the rough. She did outdamage Tarek by about 19. Being all kidding aside, though, I think that Twitch did the best. In terms of damage, obviously this graph shows it, but the rest of the team able to kite for the Twitch and able to allow him to put out the damage from the expunge with the spray and pray. So I think that is a testament to the peeling of Yamaya and the Sejuani, allowing Twitch to at least get some meaningful damage in this fight. Unfortunately, Xerath's damage not coming anywhere close to Fizz's, as Fizz was able to run amok in that game. Ram is showing why he is a feared assassin player. Continuing on here, let's go to gold income. Yeah, I mean, as to be expected, as Ghost Warriors didn't get a single tower. Inflated gold numbers across the board for the likes of Team Rawr. The only meaningful comparison to be made is between the supports.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point to bring up. One thing I wanted to note, the Twitch damage was still very high. I mean, you sort of touched on that, but I liked the amount of damage that was spit out despite the position that they were in as a team, still being able to put out a very respectable amount of damage.
Well, with that, I think that's everything that I have to say about it. What do you got anything else?
Unfortunately, I don't have too much else I can really say about it. Unfortunately, we also missed Game 1. I believe that was a little bit closer than this. I believe it lasted, I think you had a time on that, right? It lasted how long?
Let me see here. I think it was like 40 minutes, something like that.
So unfortunately, we missed that. But so anyways, we are looking to get somebody in here to interview on either team, of course. Ghost Warriors, Rawr. If anybody's interested, speak up in Discord here. See if we can get some post game thoughts here, right?
While we are waiting, I think something that we need to do is give a quick plug to the server. I know that most people are probably members of the server, but in the description, which is not currently there, we'll get that done after this. We'll have a link to the Discord. Go ahead and go to the Discord and add yourself. Everything's in the welcome section. Won't go into full detail as we are getting people interested now. So we'll go ahead and move over to what room are we moving to?
We are not actually moving anywhere.
Oh, we're just pulling them in?
Yeah, we will move people in here. Looks like we will take... Everybody wants to get in here, huh? Alright,
alright, so...
Who would you like to hear from? We have... I'm not sure which...
Alright, we'll start with Ghost Warriors. We'll start with Ghost Warriors, and then we'll go to Team Rawr. So I think did Snickers show interest?
You would like to interview Snickers? Is that what I hear?
Yeah, Snickers and what do you think? 2 people?
Looks like we're not going to get anybody from Ghost Warriors, so I think, yeah, we could get 2 from Rawr then.
Okay, if we're going for Rawr, I want to hear from the man that is
Oh, wait,
Jarvan the
I'm sorry,
Fourth.
we do have Ghost Warriors. I'm sorry, some of these tags are a little interesting. We will get the support from Ghost Warriors.
Let me see here. Yeah. Itchy Dog Water. I like that name, Itchy Dog Water.
We have you in here now, so I believe you can unmute? Question mark? Maybe
You need to give her
not.
permissions because this is a locked channel.
That might be enough there. Itchy Dog Water, are you able to speak to us? No. Okay. Apologies, everybody. We have a little bit of some technical difficulties. We'll just take this elsewhere here. Let's go. Okay.
Hello?
Itchy Dog Water, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, we had to move here to the main lobby, so if anybody looks to crash this, I will be watching. So, I saw that. Don't think I didn't. Alright, so, Band, I will let you lead off with questions here, since Itchy here, of course, as a fellow support, I'm sure you have some questions.
Well, I don't have a question to start it off. I have a quick praise. I know that Nami bubbles can be kind of difficult to land, and you landed some really crucial bubbles within team fights to keep Snickers alive. One thing, whenever I was talking about attack or damage charts, I mentioned that both Yamaya and Callaway were doing a good job peeling Snickers and allowing him to deal that damage, but I forgot to mention you. Your bubbles were actually huge in those fights.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's really unfortunate that you guys missed the first game. It was an interesting game. We were getting completely stomped for a while, and we were able to almost turn it completely around, but we ended up losing on a catch in the jungle. But I think that was a better game all around for us. This second game was definitely like more of a learning experience for us than anything.
What was chat like whenever the likes of Xerath had been struggling heavily against the Fizz?
Well,
How did you guys keep yourself from not tilting?
It was something, and I'm not gonna say that we didn't tilt. We did have definitely some tilt going on, but it wasn't something that we could really control. We had never practiced with him as mid lane. We were kind of forced for him to sub because our main mid laner couldn't make it, and nobody on their team could apparently do tomorrow. So it was a scheduling issue, and in not practicing with somebody and having them sub in is always kind of a disadvantage. And we weren't able to capitalize on his strengths as somebody to sit back and dish out damage because he just got completely destroyed by assassins.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah. I have a question for you because it sort of builds from what you just were talking about. This is a question we normally like to ask everybody, but how long have you guys as a team been playing together overall? I mean, you said Big Boom isn't your regular mid laner, but how long have you guys as a team been together?
As a full team, it's been probably 3 days.
Oh man!
I've been playing with Snickers for a little while before this, so we have something going there in the bot lane. But yeah, the rest of the team was kind of just thrown together, and this is what we came up with. There's been a lot of turnover on our team so far this season, so it's been a little unfortunate, but we're trying to make the best of a situation.
Yeah, understandable, and hopefully you guys I mean, the score doesn't look pretty, won't lie, but I mean, it doesn't mean anything really. I mean, honestly, I mean, Ban can attest to this. We've been steamrolled how many times from time to time here?
Oh God, don't even. No, no, not enough to. Too many to count.
Oh yeah, we won't talk about it, but I think the most important thing is making sure that you guys, as a team, sort of stick together and sort of grow as a team. So I do look forward to watching you guys here over the next couple seasons, and hopefully you guys stick together and grow together as a team, because it's nice to hear that you refer to it as a learning experience too, because it's very good to hear.
That's really like what I'm here for. Like I played at the collegiate level for a little while, and that was back when I was not washed up in Heartstock Plat, and I was actually Masters, but XD. But yeah, I mean it's been a while since I've been on an organized team and playing competitive fives. So it's definitely like I'm here to not only learn about what the meta is for organized fives, but also to make myself better as a player and actually be part of almost like a family, because this team is kind of like a family at this point. It's been 3 days, but you know what I mean. Like we're learning how each other work, and it's been definitely interesting.
That's very encouraging to hear. I mean, that's exactly what we here at Phoenix League like to strive for. We don't want this to just be a tournament. We want this to actually be a nice community that people can enjoy being a part of, and find some good friends. And I mean, that's exactly what you're describing. Even in a tough loss like this, I mean, you guys had the game one effort that unfortunately we were not able to see. But I think it's good that you guys are, not going to take this one too hard, and we'll look to see you rebound, especially next week. We'll hopefully get you guys in here for another stream. And I think
for sure.
Band and I might, of course, look to try and pick this one up again. Will be nice to talk to you guys then too.
Yeah, and thank you guys for casting and streaming the game. Sorry we didn't notify you guys that we ended up starting earlier than the schedule was.
I'll tell you what, we're even after I had a little mishap with that with my client popping up with the wrong thing there. So
fair enough. But yeah, I
Ben,
appreciate it, guys.
do you have any more questions here, Ben?
Nope, I am good.
All right. Well, thank you, Itchy Dog Water, for hopping on over here.
Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
No problem. We look forward to seeing you guys over the coming season here. So, all right.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll be moving on here. I believe we have
Gandhi Donut
Gandhi
and
Donuts.
Square Up.
I'm
sorry. Oh my God, French Toast.
That would be, I believe,
That's Gandhi
Doki's white
Donut.
son?
No.
That's not?
Gandhi Donut is Oh my God, French Toast. So move him in here.
Well, actually, we're in the main lobby. The two of you get on over in here.
Yeah, and Square Up should
We'll
be
be
joining
lazy
us
about
as well.
this. Get in here.
So Discord names, yeah, we should see. Oh my God, French Toast.
I will
and
have to
Square
get
Up.
this mention out there to the two of them. There we go. We have them both in here. Hello there.
Alright, I gotta mute the stream. What's up, guys?
Hi, how are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm not too bad. That was an interesting game too. What were communications like that game?
Oh, we were just calling our Jarvan boosted, and then we were also flaming our support because she was 0-0 and 0.
Wait, Chaji Drew was 0-0-0?
At one
Yeah,
point.
she for like the first 10 minutes. Yeah, she was. It was pretty funny.
It's good to hear some fun going on over there, but so I mean, first things first. So you guys won game one. What was the mindset here going into game two here? I mean, since we missed game one and everything, what was the mindset like going into the champion select and everything? Because I mean, I'm sure you guys didn't have this in mind where it would be this kind of a favored game towards you guys here.
In the first game or the second game?
For once you guys already wrapped up the first game, what was the mindset going into the Champion Select your second time around?
To not throw, because we almost threw the first game. It
Yeah,
was pretty bad.
we did a lot of mistakes, including
Yeah,
Alex.
I went in and tried to 1v5.
Yeah, I don't know why. We thought we were getting ahead of ourselves near the end, but then we pulled together and finished the game.
So this time that explains a little bit. We saw it come out in the play style here. It was sort of pedal to the metal and try and go right for the kill when possible, and very aggressive plays coming out.
Hi, caller. Our ADC had to go, so we try to rush the game as much as we can.
Yeah, we're not a very professional team.
We're more like we're just like kind of a bunch of friends trying to play a league and hoping we can win, you know?
Definitely. I mean, plenty of us are like that, and it's definitely fun to play this way. I'm sure. Get to all have fun like this. Ben, do you have any questions here?
Yeah, I got a question. Who on your team calls the plays and says, "Okay, we're gonna go full man mode here. Jarvan's gonna cataclysm, and we're gonna dive under tower 3v1."
I mean,
who calls that?
Not really
This
anybody.
game,
We kind of
not
just
really.
like play off each other. But if we were supposed to like choose one person, it would probably be the J4
Yeah.
and like the ADC.
So that
So,
would
like,
be
Sunshine?
both Doki's Asian son and Doki's
Uh-oh.
white
Who's
son,
it
right?
Hey,
Yeah.
does anybody want to join a game? Like, I'm literally just about to start a ranked flag.
We're in the middle of a stream right now here.
Uh-oh,
shit.
we got invaded.
What's going on, gentlemen? Level 98 Geodude. Remember I talked to you the other day.
Yes, you did. Unfortunately, I won't be talking right now since we are interviewing these people here.
PogChamp, PNG.
This was the problem with ending up moving to the main lobby here, since unfortunately we had a little bit of some issues. So,
Well, that's all good. What are you guys interviewing about?
post game. So
What? Last game?
Yeah, there was the game on stream right now, and we are live with this interview. So
Oh, cool. Can I watch the game? You got a link?
Yeah.
it'll be there. Don't worry. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
so Band, continue on there with did you have another question, right?
I was gonna ask like, why would you pick Fizz blind?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I was just confident in my pick.
He's just confident. Like he's the type of guy who would just be like, "Yeah, I got this." You know, he doesn't really. I mean, he plays strategically. He's just like he has a lot of confidence in
I
himself.
don't know. I don't really think things through.
Yeah.
And what was he scared whenever the response to the Fizz pick was a Xerath, or was he like, I don't know
No,
why you
I
picked
was
that?
like,
Me personally, yeah, him like wait, a Xerath?
I didn't know what they were thinking, to be honest. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
not trying to like disrespect,
mean?
but like,
Yeah.
it was like I was like surprised they would pick it into me.
Terrible
Yeah,
pick.
being completely honest, I was too, because like Gio and I were casting pick and ban, and you had locked in, like I said, the blind Fizz, and then the response was the Xerath, and then it just seemed like you got 1 kill, 2 kills, 3 kills.
Yep.
Yeah, lots of aggressive plays there, I think. I mean, I was very surprised, and I think he would attest to this. As soon as you went back in, I believe it was your second kill. You came running the lane, you flash right in, throw your chum the waters, and you went right in for it.
I just saw an opportunity because he was way out of position.
Definitely, and taking advantage of your champion's quick kill potential when you start to get a lead.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know. He like didn't learn his lesson.
Yeah, he didn't learn his lesson. He kept going up and pushing the lane without anyone's help.
Definitely, with a champion that has no natural escape other than flash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, French Toast, I'm sorry, but I did not actually catch what was your in-game name for this game?
It's Gundy Donut. It's just a joke. in
Oh,
my
okay,
school.
so
That's
the
why.
jungler.
So-
Okay, yeah. So it was originally your intention, I assume, to try and to go mid lane there and try and get that early kill there for Rammus
Yeah,
Mechanics.
I was thinking in my head, get the Fizz ahead. He can burst down Xerath whenever he pleases. You know, because it's a Xerath, he can't quite counterplay anything with Fizz with his ult and E.
Yeah,
Well,
very
yeah,
good.
I'll check again,
I
yeah.
think that was a good read considering we saw the results of that. I mean, you showed up once, and that was all that needed to be done.
Yep. So I
What
gotta
was
do snowball.
what was the elo of this ranked match?
Huh?
What was the ranking of this match?
Ram's mechanics is like plat 4, plat 5. The Chiaru is gold 1, the ADC's gold 1, top laner's plat 5. Yeah.
Interesting.
Something like that.
And they had like I don't know what was their team. One guy was Nami was plat 4.
No. Nami was Nami was yeah.
I don't know what they're. I know they had a few golds. Like I think they had a bronze too. I don't know, something like that.
All right.
Crazy.
Well, trying to think any other questions here. Ban, do you have any other questions here?
Nope, that does it for me.
All right. Well, we should probably wrap this thing up so we can try and get everybody else to the other game going on right now. I believe stream on the regular Phoenix League's regular channel should be catching the rest of what is it? Team Dolo Gang versus Team Over the Border, I believe. So.
Ooh.
So, thank you to Team Ghost Warriors and thank you Team Rawr for putting up this game. Of course, we missed that first one, and definitely a very strong showing here by you guys here, Rawr.